welcome to Changing Lives and also the Dollar Hour. I am Deontay Burton, aka Mr. Short Dollar himself. I'm streaming live on both of my shows, Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deontay Burton, and Mr. Short Dollar, because we got a great show planned tonight. Tonight, we're talking about how to resolve conflicts, all right? How to resolve conflicts. It's going to be an awesome show. Guys, y'all know last week I was a little T.I. red before my show. Your boy got a nap today, so it's going to be on and popping.
That's right.
Excuse everything being a little late. Blame it on the city of Atlanta traffic, but we're here.
That's
We're
right.
get it crack-a-lacking.
That's right.
Now, before we get started, I want to say what's up to my awesome producers, DJ Lab.
Thursday, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We made it.
Yes, sir.
What Drake say? And we made it.
All day. Right. Also give a big shout out to mother producer, Slick 316. Lad, do I sound better than I did last week?
Man, I knew you was dragging last week. I could tell your response time was limited. It was slow. It was like you had a virus or something. Shit, not COVID, but like a computer virus. How slow it be running.
Bro, I was tired, boy. I was tired. But super recharged and everything, so I'm excited. I think we'll have a great show tonight. Again, tonight we're talking about how to resolve conflicts. Right now we're streaming live on we're going off both platforms. The Change Live, hosted by yours truly, Deontay Burton, and also Mr. Short, because this subject deals with both, personal, business related stuff in regard to how to resolve conflicts. And I think we're gonna have a great show tonight. I want everybody to make sure that you're interacting and everything. Quick housekeeping rule. If you got anything you want to talk about that's outside of what we're talking about tonight, please hold off to the end of the show. I promise you I will open the floor up like I always do. Answer any question you guys got. Okay. To rehash my previous week, like I always do, guys, remember we still are in the pandemic. I know everything's a lot more relaxed and stuff like that. Everybody got the shots, and I ain't got my booster shot.
No, I ain't getting no booster shot either. I got the shots. I mean, I'm COVID protected, they say.
I need to call the VA and see when I can do that and everything. Just check on that. Also, guys, the tax course will be out by the end of this week. I know you guys have been hearing that for a while. Totally underestimate how it is, but I want to over deliver you guys. Make sure you guys get something that you really are proud to be a part of, and I want to make sure it's something I'm proud to give you guys. Okay. Couple of notices I want to give out, some condolences. You guys who went to see at Harper High in the 90s, Mr. Wallace Bills, he passed. Mr. Bill passed last week. I think his funeral is going to be Sunday. And I thought you could have funerals in the city of Atlanta on Sunday. But they haven't.
I'm not sure. I thought you could.
No. You for the longest you couldn't have funerals on Sunday.
Oh.
But I think they have Mr. Bill's funeral. He's in at Hines Funeral Home. So anybody in Atlanta, you guys went to Harper High back in the 90s. Mr. Bill was okay, man.
It was.
Yeah, Mr. Bill was okay. I was one of them kids that never got in trouble. So like my boys and be effing up.
Right.
Like, hey, Mr. Bird, come here, son. Come here.
Right.
Come here. And mother boy be like, hey, man, we all caught dead. I be smoking some weed or something like that. Well, hey, Pooch with us too. They telling everything. Hey,
right.
Son, go to class.
You worry about the wrong thing.
Hey, I be like, this is my boys. Y'all ain't me.
Right.
Hey, I still say the same shit.
Do what I do.
I say the same shit to him now. You ain't me.
Can't do what I do.
Me. But shout out to Mr. Bill's family, man. Mr. Bill was all right, man. He was one of those men that was very prevalent in me being confident I was smart.
Right.
And everything like that. Like I said, you grow up in the hood, you're a smart guy. A lot of times kids try to hide that.
Mm-hmm. But
anybody know me, I always been the same way growing up. I ain't never had a problem dumbing myself down. I ain't had shit. So, and Mr. Bill was one of those people that seen that, I wasn't no square, but I wasn't really gonna compromise, how I was to fit in. So but even condolences, anybody, like I said, look it up. Mr. Bills, man, Mr. Wallace Bills, he was a principal at Harper High back in the 90s. Also, my best friend Rick, his stepdad Danny, he passed. I don't even know Danny's last name, but I know Danny. But Danny passed, and my those go out to Rick and the Dawson family, man. My prayers go out. I talked to Sister Tasha today. So Danny, good dude. But I hate that happened and everything. So my deep condolences go out to them guys. Now, on a brighter note, we're almost at 20,000 subscribers with Mr. Short Dollar.
That's right. I saw that today.
We're at 19.3.
19.3.
Yeah, so look, keep chopping wood, everybody. Keep chopping wood. And Lab, just for clarity, at the beginning of the year, I was like at 2,300 subscribers at the beginning of the year.
Oh, just to check. You went back to check.
I went to check. I said, damn, like, you know, man, you was back and forth.
Right,
like, I don't know.
Right.
It was a little bit over 2,000.
So what's keeping y'all from getting that 20?
Hey, man, come on.
Get that 20 for the new. Get that 20 right at Christmas. You know, nice Christmas present. But yeah, 2,200 at the beginning of the year.
Shit, 2,200, man. And here's the deal, guys. I made a couple posts about it. We got that one of those grants that won for $10,000. It expires November 22nd for entrepreneurs and startup businesses. Guys, take advantage of it. Now, people wear the video. Look on the damn grant playlist. Look on the videos. It's there. I got over 150 grants. A lot of information you guys take advantage of. But listen, the only thing you need to do, go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube. Appreciate that. Young lady put champion. I like that. That's what I'm talking about. Make me feel good.
Right.
Make a short man smile. But you know, but all seriousness, go to that grant expires. I forgot. I think that was LegalZoom, something like that. I forgot who's sponsoring that grant. But it's a $10,000 grant. I got a couple grants coming out in the next couple of days. City of Atlanta got a grant. I ain't gonna tell you what it's for, but when it's gonna be on Mr. Short Dollar, I got a lot of stuff I'm finna drop on you guys. Check that out. Plus, we got a course coming out. Plus, we got some more entrepreneur videos coming out. Guys, y'all gonna be multi-millionaires in 2022 messing with your boy.
Well, Slick said that to do a funeral on Sunday, it costs between $250 and $300 more. But yeah, and it has to be done. And it has to be done at a certain time. So it can be done on Sunday for a little bit more money, and it has to be done by a certain time. But it can't be done on Sundays.
Has that always been the way?
I don't know.
I got you. Okay, cool. That's good to know. But Mr. Wallace Bibbs, and like I said, he's at Hines Funeral Home. That's on West Lake in Atlanta. Yeah, Mr. Bibbs, man, that was a principal at Harper, man, back in the 90s, man. I love Mr. Bibbs. That was one of the few people. And my buddies would be like, man, Poochie with us. All right, man. Yeah. Hey, yeah, he be holding that walkie talkie. Son, worry about your damn self.
Right.
Yeah, worry about your damn self.
Why you worry about Poochie?
Yeah. And we still had the same conversation. Y'all ain't me. So I tell you. So, guys, let's get that 20,000 subscribers with Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube. Also, we're trying to reach that goal of 3,500 subscribers for Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deontay Burton.
We're at 3150.
3150. You mean tell me we can't get 400 subscribers by the end of the year?
We can do that.
Come on now.
We can do that.
Help your boy.
Right.
Help your boy out and stuff. But regardless, I do want to say everybody from the bottom of my heart, I really do appreciate and love you guys for all the love and support. I've been trying to go overdrive, giving you guys free information. Because people ask me all the time, what you get? I get a smile knowing I help somebody.
Right. Because
I'm in the position I am right now because people help me. Right. And that's how it always been going for me my whole career. And everything, I've been helping folks. People been looking out for me and stuff like that. And, you know, by me doing the same thing, everything else been done. You know what I'm saying? Been success and all that stuff just coming from, you know, doing what I'm doing. And like I tell you a lot of times, you love doing what you do and you having fun. Shit ain't gonna look at it like work. The money just gonna come.
It's just
and that philosophy has worked for me. I have fun. I do what I want to do, and you know, I live my life and everything. You know, I'm great. I'm great. So again, guys, please make sure you go to the YouTube channel, subscribe. A lot of great information there. A lot of great information to come too. Okay. Now back to tonight's show. Again, this is Change Lives by yours truly, Deontay Burton. Also, the Dollar Hour with Mr. Short Dollar. You guys know Change Lives. We talk about personal development, professional development, family, parenting, marriage, divorce, life, all that great stuff. And on Mr. Short Dollar, which is my finance channel, we talk about personal finance, business, entrepreneurship, and investing. And tonight's show, what we're talking about, how to resolve conflicts, we're going to, because so many things with that coincide from you on the personal side and also on the business side. Right now, we're streaming live on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Right, on all the different platforms. So right now we're probably streaming live on probably 10 to 12 platforms right now.
That's video.
Yeah, so you got on video. You got no way to miss it, boy. Come on now.
No excuses.
You got this handsome face everywhere.
Right.
You ain't got no excuses. But you know, just getting started about how to resolve conflicts. I got to thinking about, you know, even like, I hate it happening with young Dolph got killed yesterday. And I don't know the details and everything, but I do always say I'd be amazed. Again, I don't know what happened, but all these $1 million trap boys. And I always be saying to myself a lot of times is that usually you come from the hood, you glad where you came from, but a lot of times you be glad to get the hell away from that too. And I don't, like I said, I don't know, but I can just speak on in terms of, you see guys getting interviewed and they be saying certain things. I'll be like, man, look, I leave that shit where it is.
Right.
Because when you in the streets and you doing certain things, a lot of time it don't necessarily be stuff you have a problem with. You don't know who you done crossed back in the day, who somebody you kin to done crossed. You don't know, and you might got a lot of folks got love for you, but you got a lot of folks they still pissed at you.
Right.
Take the envious and jealous people out the equation.
We just talking about that.
Yeah, just your past.
Right.
And man, folk kill your ass in a damn cookie store.
Right.
And I ain't even read it. They robbed him. I heard they killed him.
Right.
Shit. In the cookie store.
Yeah.
God dog, man.
A lot of people gotta learn to leave the streets at the streets, man. You gotta grow up out of that. You don't want to. If you lived in the streets and in the ghetto and like that in the hood, and you trying to get up out of it, why the hell you want to go back to it? Why you want to keep it in your system? I just don't understand that.
Shit, 40-year-old trap boy.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand glamorizing the hood or being from the hood. We all, I mean.
You be proud where you grew up at. You be proud,
where you grew up. I'm proud of being from Chicago, on the west side of Chicago, south side of Chicago, but I damn sure don't want to go back and live there. Unless I'm up in Evanston somewhere. I live in Evanston, Illinois, but I don't want to live where I come from.
Well,
I go back and I don't even know if I visit too tough. I'm not even too keen on visiting that quick.
Well, everybody know, since my cousin died, that way in 19, even when he was alive, I had a 5-minute radar I could be out there in Bankhead.
Right.
Because I'm not there no more. Somebody could, when you growing up, you got your radar. Somebody sneak up on you.
Swivel.
Yeah. And you ain't been there in a while. You out there in Rancho Cucamonga where I'm at. Somebody gonna bust your side of the head because you ain't really into that no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm out there playing with squirrels and shit, feeding birds.
And that's what you worked hard to do.
Yeah.
That's what people don't realize. When you work hard to accomplish something, to live a life, to make it out the hood, you want to be able to relax and not have to have your head on swivel 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You want to come home and be cool and not have to worry about, man, as soon as I get in the house, I'm breaking. But some people love being in the hood. Some people love the hood. Some people just can't get it out their system. So teach his own. We're
going to do that. But, with the night show, we're talking about just how to resolve conflicts. I think about it was about a year and a half ago. And I was over there by my office in Riverdale, right? And she had gone to meet with his client. They had a whole deal. It's going to be like probably about a couple, I don't know, actually, this 2 years ago, but it was maybe a couple grand a month contract. We were going to do it. So I went to the Dollar General because, I got my little office. I try to have everything feng shui.
Right.
So I would buy some little cheap little Glade plug-ins.
Right. It smells good.
So it don't smell like damn feet and shit when they walk in.
Right.
So I grabbed a paw, got the plug-ins. I'm back into the spot. Dude coming in, they got a pickup truck. Chitty, bang, banging, ragged ass.
Right.
I mean, on his last leg. So he whipped, and then he backing up fast.
Okay.
So I humped my horn.
Okay.
I seen him when he was looking in the window. I see you, mother. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My ignorant ass. I rolled the window down. My fault, partner. You know what I'm saying? Because that. I'm still pooching.
Right.
So I rolled the window down. Hey man, my fault, buddy. I ain't got time for this shit. Da. At that point, now listen, we ain't talking about nobody, but we can be honest.
Right.
He all dusty. The damn car about to fall down apart.
Right.
I'm finna go sign a contract, gonna bring me probably about 20 grand a year.
Right.
If I would have responded, take it like, okay, he punk you, or he say I can go back and forth. Don't know what going on in his mind, right?
Right.
I could have engaged or responded, but everybody like, Pooch, just so you don't know how to have, what the hell Pooch doing arguing with him?
Right.
So at that point, man, I ain't got time for this, that, and that. I stayed in my car.
Right.
Again, he went in, I drove off. But at that point, sometimes you gotta sit there and say to yourself, all right, look, Pooch, what gonna come out of it?
What's gonna be the end result? What's gonna be the end resolution?
Because he gonna say something I don't like. I'm gonna say something he don't like, and they don't know where he gonna go.
Right. By
the looks of his car, I understand why he looking like that. He upset. Right. So why am I engaging? For a simple fact, he told me, MF, you don't know what people what capable of doing in this world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He don't know what I'm capable of.
Right.
But I do know at the end of the day, I bought my money. I ain't got to. Why am I out here?
Right.
All right, man.
I gotta learn that part because
Well, see
I go
the
to
thing.
0 to 60 in
Well, see that's the thing about it. What we want to talk
1.1
about.
seconds.
I got you, and a lot of people do, and a lot of people get into situations where, especially our young people, even older, that's why I really want to talk because again, I don't know, and I'm not deeply condolences to that young man, family or whatever. God damn, 36, that's a young age. I ain't seen no life, but a lot of times people don't know how to avoid conflicts,
Right.
and we get egos mixed up, and sometimes like look, them just words, and like I said, if I would have engaged them. I'm telling you, like I said, that was just a simple contract. I'm gonna go ahead and sign and get this money. Don't know what happened if I would deal with that.
Right.
I'm a man.
Right.
I'm human.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then I'm short. So I'm already.
You speaking to the choir on
Hey,
that.
show me, we get. Don't say that to
me. You preach to the choir on that one, brother.
So we you sit now, and you got to sit there and just pick your poison. I ain't argue that damn fool. Right. Get in my car, go sign the contract. The rest is history. Right. But a lot of times people really don't know how to do that. They don't know how to turn the other cheek. They don't know how to sit here and say, well, look, man, this ain't worth. I got stuff to do. And I really just wanted that conversation tonight because, man, so many people make mistakes off a decision that they made over probably something that happened within a couple seconds.
Okay.
And that's what you got to say?
No, go ahead. I'm waiting. I'm gonna let you finish because I'm finna say so. But go ahead.
And I really wanted to have a conversation tonight because I understand the ramifications of making short-term decisions that can have long-term consequences.
Right.
And that's why I want to have because too many people are doing that.
Okay.
And that can be. You look at the young man Henry Ruggs for the Raiders. You get alcohol. Mm-hmm. Young man probably been in trouble before in his life. Killed a young lady. And,
he did?
Yeah, he killed her. He was driving the car 2 weeks ago. A week or two ago. And driving 100 and 130 down the street. Oh, wow. Killed a lady out of the car. Young man, it again, just consequences. You got millions of dollars, shit Uber.
Right.
Now, again, that's easy for me to say. Because I ain't finna sit here in front to you like I ain't left the party.
Right.
A little warm. But now I ain't never had no shit to drive that fast though.
Right. 130 miles an hour.
Yeah, I'm usually the opposite. Shit. Hung on. Speed
like
your ass up.
Like my Versa. If it go 130, it probably gonna fall apart.
Shit, man. I'm probably like damn Fred Flintstone, man. My feet at the bottom of it.
The vibration from the speed is gonna take all the sides off that little color bump and everything. So,
that's why for real, I'm me and speed don't really work. But with that said, we just want to have that conversation tonight in regards to making decisions and how to avoid conflict. Mm-hmm. They can have those quick problems, quick things happen in life and in business. They can have long-term effects on you, okay? Because far too often we do that because people are these things, people tell you, we try to tell our kids that now. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we'll be like, okay, you hit them and you hit them back. But then when and parents will say that shit to the school start, call them and tell them, hell, you got to come here and do that. Now you tell your kid, tell the teacher. But I always remember my grandmama told me, you ain't gonna better turn the cheek all the time. Mm-hmm. You ain't always gonna be able to walk away. You might not always be able to get to the teacher.
Right.
Somebody go outside your damn head. Get such and such. Get him.
You might fall into the teacher.
Shit. And again, you growing up in the neighborhood, a lot of times, I didn't realize I was short till I was probably 15 or 16. Off my short buddies. Got taller than me. But at the end of the day, like, it's not about you winning fights. I tell my kids all the time, it ain't about you. Ain't that wrong in your ass? Well, there's something wrong about not fighting.
Right.
And a lot of times, you're not even going to be able to avoid certain things, Mm-hmm. So I get that part. But when we have the opportunity to make a choice, an opportunity to make a decision,
right,
we gotta be smart. Okay. Especially when you got shit to lose.
Especially when you got something to lose.
When you got shit to lose, like what I'm saying, that it makes no sense. Like I just told you, I'm finna go to my office and sign a damn contract. Right? Mm-hmm. Now I'm gonna sit here out there, dude, and I ain't talking about the dude, but I'm just being honest. Damn truck falling damn apart. I can see why he's stressed.
Right.
I'm sitting there happy go lucky, like, yeah, I'm gonna go get this money, do this and do that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What the hell I look like arguing with this man?
That's true.
What the hell I look like arguing with this man?
That's true.
Because I'm gonna sign this contract, go find happy hour, go party. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Man, that man looking like shit, man. I'm trying to make it to this store and back for this day, and my oil run out of my car. You know what I'm saying? And so, what I got looking at it like that, and again, far too often, like I said, I'm a man,
Mm-hmm.
but I ain't no damn fool.
Right.
And listen, my money more important than me sitting here arguing. Again, tell the difference. Somebody touch you, push you, worse on than me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and those are the kind of things. Again, we have to understand the bigger picture,
Mm-hmm.
because when Deontay make a mistake, my mistake don't affect just Deontay.
Right.
It affect my children. It affect the people that work for me. It affect the people that work with me. You know what I'm saying? It affects the people that get advice and all this other kind of stuff from me. So what the hell I look like arguing with somebody that don't? You know what I'm saying?
Got nothing to lose, really.
I ain't got a damn thing to lose.
Who says? But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I ain't got a damn thing to lose, like you said. Riding chitty bang bang.
Right.
And so you sitting there like, no. And I don't think we have enough of these discussions.
That's true.
We don't have enough of these discussions because we in a react society.
Right.
No thinking.
Right.
That's one thing I always tell my kids, like, shit, you know, something, if something kind of catch y'all guard, pause for a minute and think. Take that little 10 seconds, think for a second, and then make your decision. You know what I'm saying? We reacting. You know, again, you know, you want to be logical. I'm not saying women ain't logical, but you're a man, you're logical.
Right.
No, kind of, you know, sit there, take your breather.
Right.
And but it's going out to everybody. In all seriousness, yeah, I really want everybody to understand this, because we are in a situation where far too many people react.
Right.
More than sit there and think. And again,
I think a lot of things have to do with communication. See, I'm bad. I could communicate, but I'm bad because when I'm in the conflict or when I'm listening to people, just in general, I'm listening for the bullshit. I'm listening for, here we go. You know what I'm saying? Here it come.
I got you.
So that, and I'm guilty of that because of my, you know, I don't really trust folks. So I'm listening for them to tell me some bullshit. So, and that's a problem in itself, because that creates conflict, because you listening for the crap that's going to come out. You're expecting crap to come out. So then that creates conflict in your mind because you're already expecting it. And then when it happens, it just makes you boil over more.
Well, that's a fair point now. And I promise you, when we go through tonight's show, where I'm going to give my blueprint on how to handle or resolve conflicts, we're going to address a lot of those same things that they kind of cause those pitfalls, and how to, you know, circumvent them or correct them. Okay.
Slick say we're more level-headed most times.
With people.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of times I think people be level-headed, but what happens is when your button get pushed, your button get pushed.
Right.
And when that button get pushed, again, short-term decision causing long-term problems.
It just seems like they just keep pushing it, like, oh, what this button do? What this button do? You like, so yeah. No, and that's the kind of thing about it. You know, as you mature, you hopefully you get out of there, but sometimes it's just that little thing. You know, I tell my kids all the time, nobody get in trouble on purpose. Right.
Who the hell do that?
Yeah, who said? I say, woo.
Yeah, because the people that do that, they don't go to jail. They go to the crazy house.
Right.
So again, we use that mistake. That mistake could have been drug induced. It could have been anger induced. It could have been, you know, alcohol induced. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you don't know, but at the end of the day, we have to understand there are certain triggers and things, and how to be aware of those triggers, and how to be able, like I said, circumvent them happening. So the first thing when we talk about, and again tonight we're talking about how to resolve conflicts. The first thing you got to do, step one, is acknowledge there's a conflict.
Okay.
You got to acknowledge there's a conflict. Okay, you got to understand there's a problem there, right? Again, this can be something short term, something long standing. You got to acknowledge there's a conflict. What I mean by acknowledge there's a conflict, a lot of times it's just kind of like that leaky faucet. You see it damn dripping. Shit, man, I'll come back to it later.
What a great rock.
I'm gonna give you a perfect example. That dang trees of my house got them vines growing. We know that them vines growing right soak the nutrients out your tree, and again can cause the tree to rot out and stuff like that. And again, it take a while, but again, it's coming. Right? Your car kind of making a noise or two like that. It ain't supposed to do the shit.
Right.
So if it does, it's eventually gonna get worse.
Right.
When you choose to address it, that's on you. But at the end of the day, something is there.
Right.
Avoiding to not acknowledge or address something do not make stuff go away. Okay, that don't make it go away. So if you know something wrong, you turn the other cheek, you decide to deal with it another day, whenever the hell the other day gonna come. That does not fix anything. You just shit. It happens
when you get ready.
Exactly.
Right.
But you gotta acknowledge that there's a conflict. You gotta acknowledge something's there. That's the first step.
Okay.
The second thing is you gotta look at everything from all angles. Right. And when I say look at it from all angles, you gotta be open-minded enough and mature enough to say, take your feelings out of the situation and look at it. You know how you feel about it. And you gotta just say, shit, am I being petty? You got that one customer that came in to the business, they may have said something short. I'm just using myself for example. When I post some videos, sometimes people will make comments on the videos, and because they may not articulate what they're saying, it can be taken
the wrong
two or
way.
three different ways.
Okay.
So I got to pump the brakes sometimes, because I'm just give an example. A lady was asking me, what was she saying? And I was probably one of the days I was frustrated, but I didn't respond. But fortunately, I'm glad I had one of my kids there. She was saying she couldn't on one of the grants, she couldn't get the table. Like, just hit the table. Well, my kid said, well, Dad, why don't you just tell her she need a Gmail address? She wouldn't be able to see the Google, get access to the Google Drive if she don't have a Gmail.
Oh, okay.
And I put on her comments, do you have a Gmail? She said, no. I said, that's what you have to have. What if I said, how you don't understand it?
Right.
So I got to look, you know what I'm saying? Pause for a second, look at it from several angles. Like, okay, and like I said, you got to take your feelings out of it. How did this person see it? Are you being fair? Are you being irrational? You know what I'm saying? You got to just kind of look at it, because a lot of times we think our way is the right way, or depending on where you're at in life, you might have had a rough day or whatever. A person can say something to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It can be like just coming into your particular business and, just their tone or whatever. And they be, I got one brother that he refers to, he's a real estate broker, mortgage broker. And he refers a lot of clients to me that need their taxes done so they get their loans. But he's from New York. Okay. And he has like a
rough.
Yeah, like he aggressive. Right. Yo, you need to do. But that's how he talk. Right. Nice guy, but he's it can be imposing. Right. Like, hey, man, come on. He said, D, man, come on, man. I told you about being emotional. Ain't nothing wrong with me. Oh, man, but again, like,
that's because where you from.
Yeah, exactly. Don't mean no harm.
Rah like
yeah,
that.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes you just got to back out of it. Right, okay. I know him, and sometimes still catch me off guard. But you have to be able to step out of it and look at it from all angles to kind of see. Because like I said, am I thinking too much? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I did. Am I talking too damn fast? I had one comment, one of the videos, somebody said, hey, Pops, you need to get you a new microphone. Oh, okay. You sounding all choppy. And I was like, man, shit, I played it back and sound okay to me. But that's my ears. Right. When it's been a little change, got what I got? The Rode?
Yeah, the Rode. Yeah,
I know y'all like the whole. It made me seem like, what I'm saying? My voice high. Right. It made me seem like real melodic. I said, damn, I could do some voiceover. Right. Yeah, I ain't sound like Alvin and Chipmunks no more. Okay. But but again, you gotta look at everything from all angles to kind of make sure that it's not you. Make sure it's something else. So that's why I try to get everybody to just step outside of it and just kind of look at it. Hey, and don't be so proud if you can't call your partner. Hey, man, let me get a scenario too. What you think? Call somebody reasonable too. Don't call no damn fool just gonna argue. They're gonna agree with me.
Let me call us such and such. I know he gonna see exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they're gonna give me an objective opinion. Like, yeah, man, you ain't think like, okay, cool. That's why I called you, dog. And have those friends that can do that. But again, look at it from all angles. Okay. Again, we're talking about how to resolve conflicts, right? And I gave you the first step, which was acknowledge there's a conflict. Secondly, looking at it from all angles. The third one, and that's pretty I think this is very important, understanding the severity of the conflict. Okay. It's kind of like what I was talking about earlier with the show. Like, you got to look at it right now. How bad is it?
Well, let me ask you a question.
Talk to me.
Should you assess their severity based on your view or the person's view or the person you might have a conflict with? Because they may think it's a serious thing and you may think it's nothing. So then they thinking it's a serious thing and you thinking it's nothing. It's going to cause them to be more upset because they're going to be like, oh, so You get what I'm saying? I've had that before. It's been something that's been upsetting to me, like serious, and somebody was like, "Hey, that ain't no big deal to them."
Yeah.
So
great point. Yeah.
you get what I'm saying? So it's like, how do you assess that? You gotta assess both sides, or do you just?
Yeah, you gonna look at all angles. You gonna look at it from all that you were assessing it, because some people are just worry bugs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just we gonna be later. Just because again, like, okay, guys, just so you know, and everybody know this, I've been like class president since elementary school, and people say all the time, why the hell Poochie in charge? Why the hell? Who the hell are gonna do it better?
Right.
Huh?
Who don't know my excellence?
What the hell you mean?
Right.
Why Poochie always in charge?
Right.
And a lot of times people are like, well, we got to do this, we got to do that, but they're having their vantage point where they're coming from. They don't understand, and I got to look at I can't look at my situation. I look at everybody's.
Right.
And a lot of times people just look at it from their perspective, and I got to be able to sit there and look at whatever's happening, because and understand that it may be something just minimal in totality, but because you're not familiar with it, it may seem like the end of the world. Perfect example. I got a tax business. So soon as anybody get a letter from the IRS, oh, Deontay, I got a letter from the IRS. Oh, they calling the hell out of me then. Oh, they said I got this. They said this. They said that. Look, man, all that we need to do is just submit this form to them just to validate that, asking the question. You're not getting audited. It's not in the world. You're not going to jail. Well, I just know I don't call. They now call somebody that don't know shit, and they tell them, and everything. They'll call 4 or 5 people before they call me, right? To tell me what that person told them. Well, the person don't know shit, but they've already got the mind. They worried. They got this letter from the IRS, and they just won't. Look, man, I do everything the right way, and I need this done and stuff like that. Look, it ain't that serious. Ain't that serious? Trust me. Just take it. I've been doing that 20 years in the game.
Okay.
Now, if it is serious, I'm gonna let you know. Hey, we need to get on top of this. Do this, but you got to sit there and look at it. To answer your question is, you got to look at it, because sometimes people may just overdo something, and people may be nonchalant as hell about something.
Right.
I'll take care of that later. Or we're gonna pray on it. Pray on it? No. No. They about to shut your shit down. You need to listen to me. And people want financial and business advice till you tell them some shit they don't want to hear.
Okay.
That's how that goes.
And that's with any advice in life, right? No, what you think? A lot of times, a lot of advice it just with everyday living. I'll talk to you about it, but if you ain't seeing my point of view, I might have to cut that conversation short. That's what most people. Now I'll talk to anybody about it if I can get a good conversation going. But
well, if a person ain't willing to listen to you or take heed of what you're saying, you got to sit there and decide if you're gonna be wasting air or not. But if y'all having a conversation, and me, I'm on several different boards, and I deal with a lot of smart brothers and sisters all the time. And the unfortunate part about the good part about it is smart people, y'all got great ideas and good angles, good perspectives. The bad part about it is most smart people think they're right. So you're in a room full of pooches.
I have that problem.
Yeah, you're in a room full of pooches. They think they got their way is the best way.
Right.
And sometimes you got to sit here and say, look, how we going to look? You right, I'm right. But at the end of the day, this is still the objective. How we're going to come to it. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more later. But to understand the severity of how bad can it be. And again, losing long-term damage, if it's not fixed. And sometimes you can sit here and keep putting a Band-Aid. All right, we're going to get to it. We're going to do it. But if you don't address certain things and it is not fixed, in the big picture, it can go left.
Right.
And that could be just like you got that person working for you. They're a good guy. They got a wife and kids. Shit, man, they can't cut it.
Right. They ain't cutting the mustard. They ain't doing what you need them to do in a timely manner.
Yeah, and people know me. I got no problem. I'm very, very empathetic to people, but I ain't got no problem firing your ass.
Right.
And a lot of folks can't do that. They'll be like, man, we need to get rid of them. Go fire them then. You don't do that. See, nobody wants to be the bad guy.
Right.
I don't give a damn, because what I ain't finna be is the closed guy.
Right.
We ain't finna do that. I'm fair as hell, but this ship is not sinking because of you.
Right.
You gotta walk the plank.
I'm the only one putting holes in this boat.
Exactly. But so before we sink,
right,
some of y'all gotta walk the plank.
Right.
And it's just how it is.
Right.
And if you want to be in the game long enough, you'll learn that as long as you're being felt, that's all you can do.
That's all you can do. As long as you're being fair, I agree with you on that.
Because everybody don't see it like that.
Right.
Because everybody want me go on the internet. Everybody want to be the boss. Everybody want to do good because it looks cool. You get to ride the cars, but when it comes to the bad side, when you got to fire somebody, when you got to hire folks, you got to argue and do all this other kind of stuff. That's the part of being the boss. A lot of folks don't want to be.
Right. Everybody wants to be an owner,
business
owner, but nobody wants to be the boss. Because the boss has to do a lot of stuff, like you say, the boss has to do a lot of things. Firing people when they're not doing what you need them to do in order to accomplish the assignment. Yeah, that's one of them.
And
things.
You know that person has liabilities, and you know that person got this, that, and that. But at the end of the day, shit, you're gonna lose yours. I mean, hell, they 40 years old.
It is me or you.
Yeah,
and I choose you.
Exactly.
Right.
Like I said, I ain't got no problem with it. So again, we got to make sure we assess the severity of the conflict. Again, tonight we're streaming live. We're talking about how to resolve conflicts. I'll rehash the whole list once I go through all of them. Again, we're streaming live on both Change Live, who's by yours truly, Deontay Bird, and also Mr. Short Dollar, because both of the subject matter deals with both. With that, we're streaming on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn. I forget it. Facebook,
Instagram,
YouTube, LinkedIn, and TikTok. Yeah, so Roku TV. Check us out on Misfits TV. On the Roku channel, get to see your boy in 4K.
That's right.
So I mean, we're on all the platforms and everything. But so again, I say all that to say to make sure that you subscribe to both of the YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar, and also Changing Lives.
That's right.
To stay updated and abreast of all the great information we currently have, and also the information we have coming down the pipe. Okay, in the night show again, we're talking about how to resolve conflicts. Now we get down to step 4, and step 4 is deciding what you want. Okay, we done address we got a conflict. We done kind of try to look at it from several angles. Now we got to sit there and say, what do we want? In order for us to get this conflict, what do we want? We got to make sure two things about it. It's got to be fair and reasonable.
Okay.
You sitting there saying, okay, that, I don't like this person, but what do you want? It's got to be fair and reasonable. Okay. You can't sit here and throw that out like that ain't on. Okay, if we trying to fix it, what can I say that I want that's fair and reasonable? And you got to think, you got to be real open-minded.
You compromising?
Well, we're going to go to compromise because, and that's during like even with the with doing it, but we got to, that's kind of going to the next step.
Okay.
When we start looking at what we want, we got to just kind of give it a good thought. Now I tell people, just step back for a second, just think for a second. What do I want? And kind of list it down, and you can kind of just say, look, I know they can't do this. I know they can't do that. I know how smart they are. Right. I know the availability they have. I know, like I said, the competency, the situations, we're restricted. We can't do this. We can't do that. And be realistic, be fair and realistic. A lot of times people say things that they want, but it's not realistic.
Okay.
And what I was talking to a brother about today, a lot of times, people say, well, people just don't know. And I say this, that people don't know a lot of time, but people stay ignorant on purpose. Because as long as I'm ignorant to it, I can feel like I'm not going to be accountable for it.
And I always can say I didn't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But what we learned in the military from day one, it ain't no excuse for ignorance. In the world of Google University and YouTube University, shit, you can find anything you want.
Anything.
So you can know, like, look, man, I just can't do that. We can't, but this is what I want, right? So then we go to the next step is you got to find out what they want. You got to find out what they want and gather, the intel of their issues and, their wants. Find out what they want. We just listen to them. You getting all this kind of stuff. Y'all seen the movie before when the guys break into the bank and they got a list of demands and stuff, and you hear them negotiating. Look, I can get you this, but I can't get you that.
Right.
Damn, I can't get that for you in 10 minutes.
Right.
You got to work with me. Right. I can't, again, I can get the bus, but the jet shit, we got to fuel it up and do all this kind of stuff.
Tarmac.
Yeah, and you just hope that the other food can process that. But you got to figure out what they want. You're gathering that intel from them, and you're figuring it out. I kind of look at it even kind of when I was going through my damn divorce, and I said, hell, man, I don't know what the hell she want.
Right.
And I tell people a lot of times, people will go through things like a divorce or kind of compromise. You sit there, like, it's not about what you want or what they want. It's really what the hell y'all can agree on.
Right.
and you find that out real quick, and you know you just want to kind of figure that out. And it can be very, 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 very challenging if that other person's not willing to let you know what they want.
Right.
But it's just complaining. I've been in them kind of rooms before. Man, I ain't like it. It ain't cool. It ain't cool. You know, what the hell you want? What you want? So when you tell them what you want, then we do it. And some people, they can't, they're not mature enough to state what they want. They know that they're not happy with the situation. They're not happy with what's going on. But when you put them on the clock, on the spot, well, say what you want.
Right.
They can't even articulate what the hell they want. Because you know why? Most of the time, they don't know what the hell they want.
Yeah, they haven't thought about it really.
Well, they just want their way.
Right.
Okay, you want your way, but what we going to do? Because for every action, there's a reaction or inverse to that.
Right.
So if we do this, we can't do this. If we do this, we can't do that. Okay, can you live with what we can't do? And a lot of times people don't think about it that way.
Right.
So that next step, you have to just find out really what they want. And then the next step, which is super important, what Lad was just asking about the compromise, we got to determine what neither party can compromise on. Because it's just, look, I got to have this.
Right. It's like some things you're just not going to give up.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to give up some things. Like you'll give up a few things, but it's just that one thing that, hey, it's I'm not parting with that one.
Yeah.
I'm not compromising with
non-negotiable.
Right.
Non-negotiable. And what I suggest is you get you a list of something. Now, again, we ain't talking about the parking lot argument. We're talking about business resolutions and everything. Because, again, I always tell you guys, business is all about relationships, right? And even when we start talking about personal relationships, family and friends, you want things to be long-standing. If nobody's really actually doing you wrong, but y'all having some kind of
and this applies at jobs too, not just when you own your business, but when you interacting with other employees or other associates at your job. This, you know, you have to resolve conflicts because you got so many personalities working in the same building, office, wherever you may work.
Good point.
You got different personalities in there, and some people, like you say, may be from New York and come off rough, and you sitting there like, why is he talking to me like that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that creates a conflict.
It's like even your job is telling you now we got a mandatory overtime. Look, man, I can't because shit, the overtime we're doing still ain't gonna cover daycare. And y'all know I got these kids. This was brought up in the interview.
Right.
So you have to sit there and list to yourself what's non-negotiable. Now, what's non-negotiable with them?
Right.
And just gathering, and y'all got this list together. This the shit I can't bend on.
Right.
This shit I can't bend on. Right. And just really assess that. And again, we want to make sure we listen to these things. They're reasonable, feasible. They got to be reasonable. We can't sit here just kind of be like, man, come on, dog. Damn, you know damn well.
Right.
Now, that's the funny part about that is that's still subjective.
Okay.
Because what's reasonable to you may not be reasonable to me.
Right. That's
and I got to look at that with you too.
Right.
But at the end of the day, if we want to have some kind of compromise or some kind of resolution to this conflict, we got to be thinking about that kind of stuff. Because if we don't give a damn about the shit, we ain't gonna get it. We gonna enter into this. But a lot of times, you're going to be limited in life if you have a quit, leave, don't give a damn mentality, because you're only going to go so far if every time you have some kind of conflict, you avoid it.
And see, my problem is I don't give a damn what you want. All I care about is what the hell I want. And what you want is irrelevant to me. If we in the conflict, by the time we in the conflict, I'm already not caring about what you want. I'm already not caring about what you're saying. So I gotta, that's a hurdle that's gotta be gotten over as well, because I may be listening to what you want to compromise on, and I'm saying my mind, that shit ain't gonna happen.
What's up, Misty? I see my homegirl Misty. She just tuned in, and I was thinking about me and Misty worked at company downtown. I was in corporate America, man, and just to that point of just saying what you can't compromise on. I was talking to a guy there. And I went and talked to one of the executives there, a white guy. He was just giving me all the idea. Deontay, well, won't you stop being, away from everybody? Why don't you just go to the bar, go golfing? I don't want to do that. I don't want. When I get off work, I do not want to F with y'all. I got my same little crew that I've been hanging with since we were kids.
That's my problem.
And if I want to do that, I don't want to play with y'all after work. I don't. Hell, I barely want to deal with you at work.
Right.
So why the hell would I want to do that? And why I got to do that in advance? I didn't see none of the white guys You give them advice. They hang with y'all. They go home. But you want me to sit here and be a damn court gesture and go hang out? Yeah. I'm not doing that shit.
Hell no.
Exactly.
And, I don't do that at no job.
And it seemed like that was getting that rubbed them the wrong. Now, again, I don't want to go to work with you. I do not want to have a drink with you after work. I do not want to hang with you. I do not want to spend my Saturday morning golfing with y'all. If I do it, I'm doing with my partners.
Right.
But you make it sound like that's not where I'm going to get an opportunity for advancement. Now, again, would it kill me to go golfing with them? No. But I didn't want to.
And when I was working at the law firm, that was a problem I had. Everybody was doing birthday celebrations and being decorating offices. And I was like, don't decorate my office on my birthday. I even told them, take my name off the birthday list. I do not want to be listed for when my birthday is. If you know my birthday, it's going to be a surprise. Yeah. So they took that as, they was like, we do 4K runs. And I don't care. I'm not joining you.
Now, let me say this to you. Now, with that attitude I had, I'm saying, I do not want to go play with y'all after work. I want to do that. I have to be, and you have to be aware of the ramifications of that.
And I was.
Yeah, so you got to be, okay, if you don't go, shindig with them, whatever, they can look at that being a certain way. They may not give you opportunities or whatever and everything like that. It ain't about being fair. It ain't about being right or wrong. It is what it is.
You may be the best employee they got.
Yeah, but because
you ain't shuffling bucking for them or whatever they think that you need to do in order to make yourself more personable.
Yeah. And you got to be realistic with it. Right. If you choose to stand your ground with that, no, I want to deal with you. Because I was like, no, I ain't finna go play some damn golf with y'all.
Right.
I just want to deal with them. Hell, like I said, I didn't even really want to be with them at work. But if I'm doing my job, I feel like I should have got awarded. But again, when you have that attitude, and like I said, I can live with that. I got to stand the inverse of it.
Right.
Deontay's confrontational, Deontay's aggressive, Right.
Right.
You know how it is. You're a black man with that 1% confidence.
Right.
Something wrong with your ass.
It's got to be.
Something wrong with his ass.
Because you should have been off and saying, yes, sir. Eyes goes, but not.
My little short ass walking around with my head up and everything. What the hell's wrong with him? What is he stealing? But but again, you have to be honest with yourself. Again, like I said, I think a lot of people don't understand that you do not have to compromise about that, but you gotta understand the other side when you done ramifications of that. Because a lot of times people don't want to do what they didn't do because I didn't do that. It's they shit.
Right.
It's they shit. And at the end of the day, when I'm dealing with you and your shit, I gotta understand that. You know what I'm saying? I can't come in your house and tell you, lab, change the damn channel. I walk in lab house, grab here remote. What the fuck?
Right. You can't do that in the car.
Yeah. Hey man, you talking my kids going out in my car? I'm gonna break your damn. What's wrong with you? Touch my radio.
Right.
But you gotta understand, like I said, when we make these decisions, that's very important, guys. You gotta do that. Now the next step is, and this is very important, guys, you have to make the decision on what you can adjust on, what you can lose out on. Okay. And guys, it's okay for it to be uncomfortable. It's okay. And you got to sit there and say to yourself that you may not necessarily get what you want outright, but more so what you can agree on without and you can live with that.
Right.
When I you guys know I'm a proud member of 100 Black Men. I remember when I first joined, and I'm a board member now, so I'm in a capacity now making these tough ass decisions. That one of the gentlemen told me, he said, you're gonna be in a lot of meetings, a lot of things, and with a lot of, because it's a group full of damn alpha males. So you got all these guys in here that feel like they right because everybody got alphabets at the end of their damn name. And
them alphabets do something to us, don't they?
Oh my God. I'll tell you what, smart people stupid as shit.
We are.
Shit, man. But
hey, I shout out my alphabets every chance I get.
Them JDs, MBAs, PhDs,
BSNs,
and none of them can be wrong.
Right.
So when you sit there and do that, you have to understand like what's the common goal. Like we say, like, look, our goal is to deal with these kids, make sure it's in the best interest of these children. So you have to be okay with, look, man, shit, I don't do it that way, and don't be no don't be no punk about it.
Mhm.
I told y'all should have did it. I told y'all, look, man, because I'm like this. If I want to do it this way, but if 5 of us voting and 4 of y'all vote to do it that way, I'm all in.
Okay.
I'm all in. I ain't gonna be. I told y'all I should have. That'd be the ones. You just be like, man, get your punk.
But do you think people go into conflicts thinking about what they're gonna lose? Because when you go into conflict, you're thinking about winning the whole conflict. Nobody thinks about what I'm willing to give up.
Depending on your capacity. Because if I'm just speaking, for myself, whereas I'm on several boards and I do a lot of decision making, I have to understand for things to happen, you have to be open-minded enough.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on where you at in the totem pole of experience, some people may not be familiar with that.
Okay.
They just look at it my way, the right way.
Mm-hmm.
I was having a conversation with a brother today. We got to sit here. My thing was, I want to bring more people to the table that's credible, because me and Labs looking at something, right? We're looking at a project, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we see what we see. Shit, 2 or 3 more people might come in and say, damn, man, I wouldn't do it that way.
Right.
And that spot on to them. Me and you never seen it.
Right.
But it may be, right in. He said, damn, that's a good point. We never known it.
Right.
That could be, we moving too fast, our exposure, their experience, or whatever.
We just stared at it too long.
But I'm cool. Exactly. I'm cool with doing that. Everybody's not. So to answer your question is, how do you go into it? Maturity. Tonight's show. These are things that teach you what can help you in regards to avoiding or resolving conflict. I'm sorry, not avoiding, but resolving it. Right. Because as you trying to do things in life, because again, you might look at it, you get a certain job offer. You like, shit, man, I want it, but this, that, and that. And you got to be realistic about, you can have all the things you want, but you got to bend but don't break. Same thing with your house.
Mm-hmm.
When I got my house, I want a 4-sided brick. I want a basement. I got a front side brick, big old acre. You know what I'm saying? Some things I could, okay, cool. I didn't get, you know what I mean? Because when you started looking, you find the house, but it's in the middle of gangland.
Right.
And then you turn around and you see something else close to it. Then it got, you way far from civilization. You don't want to hear. You got a damn bear and a deer sitting in your front porch every day.
Right.
So as we kind of make those adjustments, we understand. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
As long as we're being fair, as long as we're being reasonable, we can do that. You know what I'm saying? And you want to make sure you're being that way with that person you're dealing with too. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And so you gotta sit here and be able to kind of put that together. Because going to the next part of it, you got to get that pitch together.
Okay.
When I say get that pitch together, you got to be able to, and I tell my kids a lot of time, when I say get the pitch, how you going to sell it, right? And when you getting it together, when you start talking, but you sitting there saying, okay, this is my point.
Right.
You know who you're talking to.
Mm-hmm.
You know if they're a thinking person. You know if they simple Simon. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you talk to Mr. Crayola, and you got to damn near put the shit in damn watercolor,
right,
for them to damn understand it. And some folks just ain't gonna get it at all.
Okay.
Because have you ever had a conversation with a person, you try to talk to them, and they say some shit, you be like, man, all that damn shit I just said, is that what you pulled from it?
Right.
That ain't what I'm talking about. You just done gave them a whole explanation. But I don't think that's what we're doing. That ain't what I said.
Right.
And you sitting there trying to explain how you want a certain project to go, and they talking about it costs too much. Look, man, but that's not what the hell we talking about. Like, damn, man.
We ain't on the cost perspective yet. We on this part.
And everybody can't process like that. Mm-hmm. And you just got to be patient.
Okay.
When you're dealing with people like that. So you got to get ready to get your pitch. And the best way I would tell for when you try to develop a pitch or explanation, always diffuse tensions by acknowledging and addressing your issues first. You know what I'm saying?
I never have no issues in the conflict.
So you
always wrong.
Y'all
never have any faults.
Look, y'all, to listen. I know I be late most of the time. Guys, and listen, I know that, a lot of times, I kind of maybe step over boundaries and stuff. So you say that shit first. Mm-hmm. They got you done took that from them. Okay. So once you done took that from them, they got to do what? They got to listen. Okay. So you acknowledge your shortcomings and everything first to say, okay, this what's going on. So you try to diffuse it.
I'm sorry, y'all are too slow to understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But I'm going to slow down and talk a little slower for y'all so y'all get it. No, I'm just being funny.
But even to that point, having to the point where you're looking at like, look, man, I know I've been late. Hey, y'all, look, I know I haven't been paying my stuff all the time and all that kind of stuff, because you know what a person is going to throw at you for their defense. Right. So you sit there and just acknowledge your shortcoming, your fault, your whatever. No, acknowledge that first. I ain't got nothing wrong with me, whatever.
Right.
Acknowledge it. Whichever let's bring it up. If it's a big deal, a little deal, or whatever,
Let's get it out
bring
the
it
way.
up first. Because now you don't throw away they punch.
They punch.
Okay.
Okay.
And remember, this is gonna be tense. It's okay. Remember that. Okay. The next step is, guys, I want you to be able to present your proposal to them. Sell.
Okay.
Understand. Remember who you're talking to. Craft it out. Act like you got a little game. And just sell.
Okay.
And you delivering it. Okay, this is what I think we should do, whatever, right? And then the other side of it is, gotta listen to what they got to say, right? Be prepared to hear some shit that's so damn crazy and unrealistic, but give them a chance to talk.
Okay.
Because we all know, because I done been in them situations. Hell, we done did that in Misfits Radio.
Yeah.
I done sat there and listened to somebody start talking. God damn, I ain't say nothing when you talk.
Right.
I ain't saying nothing out the way.
Right.
But again, sometimes when people hear stuff, everybody can't just really talk to folks. So you sit there and just listen to what they got to say. Keep an open mind. And take mental notes about what they say. So if they do say something that you really ain't familiar about, bring it up. But make sure you get them a chance to say what they got to say. After and then what we want to do the next step is find a common ground.
Okay.
Bring up those points that you need clarity on. That so you can have that and everything. And understand, like, look, remember what the common goal is. Be able to make the customer satisfied, to make sure we do things more efficiently, to keep a household running smoothly, or whatever it is. We got to find that common ground and we want to be fair with it. You remember them items that you said is non-negotiable. We can't get around this, dog. I can't do that. Okay. I can't do that.
That can't happen.
Yeah, it can't happen.
Okay.
You tell them what can't happen. Okay, now how can we work around that? And we got to keep focused on the common goal. Keep focused on the common goal. What's most important for everybody, right? To get this stuff resolved, right? The next thing is we got to agree to some kind of resolution. If you don't find that way, you're going to walk away, you walk away. But if you agree to it, make sure you're something that you can agree with, that you know that your ass can keep.
Okay.
Don't sign the line at that car dealership knowing you can't pay the note.
You can't pay that $700 note. Don't start adding up in your head going, if I do this, then jump over this, then that come over there. Yeah, you can't pay.
You see your boy Julio Jones got that fat contract the next year. I want some more money. Come on, player. Come on, Julio. Come on, Julio.
Ain't even nobody making millions like that.
Well, the whole thing about, damn, bro, why you do this shit a year ago?
Right.
So again, I'm all about people getting paid. But again, we negotiate. Right. I gave you what the hell you want. That's some old punk shit. Come back. Come again later. Again, that's for any one of us.
That's greedy.
Yeah. Hey, bro, look, you said you had the time to do that.
Right.
But now we don't agree. Let's go. Now, again, I can understand some things changing, but you're wanting or you're not wanting, that's not fair.
Right.
So make sure you agree on something that you know you can keep your word with.
Right.
Okay. The next thing is, and this is very, very important. This is our last step, guys. And I got this advice from my old head back in the day. When you do a deal with somebody, man or woman, you want to make sure that they feel good leaving the table.
So I got to make sure you feel good.
You got to make sure I leave the table.
Okay.
Make sure, because if y'all were negotiating, shit, we might do something later on.
Right.
We're making a deal, so you want to make sure it's like, I got my way. I can't say I left the table feeling all happy when I had my divorce. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But I thought it was fair, whatever, this, that, and that, and everything. Right. I know she might have been hitting somersaults like she was in the damn Ringling Brothers.
Right.
But, the thing you got to sit here and say, you want to be glad with your decision and hope they are as well. Okay. So we want to be able to, we talking about avoiding conflict. Because, again, you sit there and look at it, the over history, the nations and the kingdoms that thrive were the ones, not that always did the conquering, but the ones that could constantly negotiate with their enemies or with their rivals to make sure everybody's interests were met. Okay. Right? You see the old gangster movies. Man, give me 10% of that. Y'all work here. 20% do this, that, and that. They understand longevity-wise, killing and murdering and robbing wasn't going to be there. It was the thinking man. That's why you had the shooters were the shooters and the leaders were the leaders.
Right.
And that's the kind of thing we want to sit here and look at long term. Where we sitting there looking like at the end of the day, we done broke everything down. Look at the pros and cons, things we can't compromise on, and then we'll make a deal. Make that deal.
Okay.
And you want everybody to turn away from that deal, and be like, okay, and there's nothing wrong, guys, with agreeing to disagree with somebody.
Okay.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I think, like I said, we talking about exposure, maturity, that can dictate a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Also, and I always look at my old platoon sergeant. This is the thing that I've always stuck with over the years. With negotiating and everything. Sometimes you gotta lose the battle to win the war.
Okay.
I
agree with that.
Sometimes you have that person feel like, okay, I got my way, but at the end of the day, shit, I won.
Right.
And I think that's one of the things that stuck with me in a lot of personal situations in my life. Okay, I let you have it,
Mm-hmm.
but at the end of the day, I won the war.
Right.
And for you to be that way, you got to take a lot of emotion, and use a lot of rationale,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of logic, and you got to do a lot of reasoning to do that.
And you got to do a lot of compromising on
Yeah.
it. And that's my problem. I compromised a lot. When I was married. And I don't want to get too personal about this, but now I just ain't doing it. I'm just not doing it. I don't care to.
But to that point,
Even when it comes to like jobs, I think it's because I worked so hard and I did so many things, and to be, not saying I'm in a bad place, but to be where I am now, it's like, I'm just not doing it. I'm not compromising because I feel like compromise don't get you nowhere.
well, the flip side of that, the good part about that is you had to go through that, get the experience, and
Mhm.
to not understand.
Mhm.
Look, man, shit, I can't do that.
Right.
You learned you.
Right.
Sometimes we can see and agree with some shit you like. You don't understand the severity of it,
Right.
but you see the long term. Like, look, man, I can't do it. But you had to go through it.
To understand.
And again, a lot of times people haven't been through situations. A person who ain't never been through a divorce, they can say, well, I wouldn't do that, but you don't know.
Right.
A person that had never had children before, well, I can do this and these kids ain't. You don't know
that. That's true.
You don't know
on them children.
And a lot of times, well, if I had my own business, you ain't did it. You don't know.
Right.
The man or the woman with $100,000 in the bank, the $1 million in the bank, they would make certain decisions that they wouldn't have did when there was a dollar heir. When you're a dollar heir, you may be more hesitant.
Maybe versed to certain things.
When you're 1,000 now, you might be a little more free. Or you're a millionaire, man, you don't give a damn. Man, buy that girl that house. Man,
Right.
girl, buy a house, keep her happy. You see that, what's her name? Donna Sterling, the Clippers owner. He buying no girl everything.
Houses, everything.
Man. Hey, they go to Vegas getting women, they just swiping 5,000, this, that, and that. And them women don't even looking worth nothing. But they have a different perspective.
Right.
And and on a serious note, again, when we are in different parts of life, be it experience, be it money, capacity, ability, whatever, we all got different vantage points. And a person that has not achieved or not been in, I want to say achieved probably the better word, but just been in that situation, they may not have your vantage point if you're sitting there dealing with millions of dollars.
Right.
And you can just sit here and just make decisions that really a person that's trying to keep the lights on
can't make.
Right. Because they can say what they will do if they have it. You got it, and you know what the hell you will and can't do.
Right.
It make a total difference when you have the capacity to do it, right?
Right.
And I just think that, depending on who you're talking to, if they can be open-minded enough to understand that, right? So I hope that night. So I'm gonna go real quick through all those steps. The first one, tonight we're talking about how to resolve conflicts. The first one was acknowledging that there was a conflict. Next thing was looking at everything from all angles. Third step, assessing the severity of the conflict. Fourth step, deciding on what you want. The fifth step is learning what they want. 6, determining what neither party can't compromise on, okay, what you can't really bend on, what's non-negotiable. The 7th is decide on what you can adjust to or what you can lose on. The 8th, conjure some kind of picture. Figure out what you're going to do and everything. The 9th one is present that proposal. Okay. Sell, right? 10th, listen to what they got to say. Don't cut them off. Listen to them or whatever. Now, again, we go back to the other thing. When you're selling yours, you need to reiterate, hear me out. Hear me out, okay? Make sure they understand where the hell you coming from. Do not sit there and talk to no damn body. And they got some kind of doubt in their mind. Or they not clear. Make sure it's full clarity.
Okay.
When you listen to them, Make sure you got full clarity and understanding on what the hell they saying too. Okay, when you listen to what they got to say, let's find some kind of common ground. You want to say, it's non-negotiable, but at the end of the day, the common goal is still the common goal. We're working towards that. The 12th one, agree on a resolution. Make sure you can agree on something that you can keep. You want to be able to keep your word with that, right? And lastly, try to leave the table happy.
Okay.
You and them. Try to leave that table happy, right?
Right.
I hope for what we went over tonight, guys, I hope it kind of helped you guys in regards, because we all have conflicts. We all have BS and stuff we go through in life. And a lot of times we don't analyze, deduct, break down the issues enough because we go from everything from a reactive emotional sense.
Okay.
And again, like I started the show off talking about, far too often people are in bad situations because they let a short-term problem have long-term ramifications in their life because they made a quick decision.
Okay.
So we want to make sure that we don't fix a short-term, make a short-term decision that can have long-term ramifications. We really don't want to do that, guys. So I hope I helped you guys out. Again, this is Deontay Burden. We stream live on Change Live, hosted by yours truly, Deontay Burden. Also, Mr. Short Dollar. Please subscribe to all the platforms we have. Changing Live, hosted by Deontay Burden. Also, Mr. Short Dollar. Got a lot of great information, guys. Like I told you before, that $10,000 grant is expiring on November 22nd. So go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube and apply for that grant. Take advantage of it. That grant is for entrepreneurs and startups both. Right now, since we're at the end of the show, open the floor up. If you got any questions, it's business related, any advice, the floor is yours. Anybody got any questions? I'm looking on TikTok. Don't see anybody with any kind of questions.
No, I'm on YouTube. No questions.
No questions.
They come in and out.
Coming out. So if you have any business related questions, do it. Guys, like I said, again, go to the YouTube channel, subscribe. Got a lot of great information currently on the channels. A lot of great information coming down the pipe. So again, I get a ton of questions in my comments. These are the times now you got it live in the living color,
that you can ask these questions.
So take advantage of it. Please.
I told you they like to ask questions live tomorrow.
Like to ask questions live tomorrow.
Yeah.
So please take advantage of it right now. We haven't got anything, guys. Again, I just want to end on that note. Be on the lookout for the course. Make sure you check out everything. Also, guys, whatever platform you're looking at, make sure you join the email list so I can kind of make sure you send the information. I will start hiring within the next week for tax season.
Okay.
So we're going to get that crack-a-lacking and everything. But again, guys, I'm Deontay Burden, a.k.a. Mr. Short Dollar himself, also the host of Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deontay Burden. Got my brother, DJ Lab, Slicks 316, helped me out with everything, man. It's been an awesome show because your boy was T.I. Red last week.
You were better this week. You did better this week. You wasn't as tired.
Shit, boy, I fall asleep on damn, so I was tired, bro. I missed to make it happen. So,
That's right.
All that stuff be coming up. But, man, I had an awesome show tonight. I appreciate our love and support. Guys, y'all be safe out there. We won't have a show next week because it's going to be Turkey Day. Right. I might do a couple live streams from the crib and everything, but should that be it for the month, right? Yeah, that'd be it for the month with everything. But look, guys, y'all have an awesome, safe Turkey Day. Enjoy your family. Enjoy yourself. Peace and love and all the other good stuff and everything. But I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. And let's try to end November on a super note. Help me get 20,000 subscribers on Mr. Short Dollar and 3,500 subscribers on Change the Lives by yours truly, Deontay Burden. Take care of yourself, guys. Love you all. Be safe and talk to you soon.